clothes. Yeah. I see you hating on my clothes. Shake a leg. I see you hating on my clothes. Cause my shirt on fire. My jeans on fire. My shoes on fire.
That you're, getting into managing artists, what type of work would you do for them? Or what type of, how do you put your artists out there? Like, what do you do for them?
Well, I feel like I have, the right connections. And like I said earlier, like, even if I don't have those connections, I know how to go get it.
Right, somebody.
So, yeah, so I know I'll be able to, like I told somebody before, I might not be able to make you an A-list artist, but you will definitely get more, you'll get more attention.
Mm-hmm.
I try to make sure. I know a lot of people who bring concerts to their city, so they're always looking for someone to like open up shows. Like I said, the one artist I was working with, he opened up for Asian Doll, Lil Durk. It was a concert. Yeah, so I mean, I know I can get you on that platform. I can get you more notice than what you are. It's a lot of artists. That's all they need.
Mm-hmm.
They need someone. Yeah, they need, and even like if they already real known in their city,
mm-hmm.
You have to get known more places.
Definitely.
So I know people from, man, because I also travel a lot too. So I mean, I was in Florida last weekend for my aunt's funeral, but I was still out there networking. So I mean, I know people everywhere. So I mean, anywhere, anytime, if I'm working with an artist, even if I'm somewhere out of town doing something different, I'm still gonna make sure I'm working for that artist while I'm there. I just feel like if I say I'm going to do something, like when I stepped out there and said I was going to be an artist manager, I'm going to make sure I'm going to be the best. Like, I tell my kids all the time, never do nothing and not at least try to be number one. At least aim to be number one or be the best that you can. That's just how I am.
You're going to do something, do it. If you say you're going to do something,
don't settle.
Right. So that's just how I am. When I said I would be an artist manager, like, that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna manage artists. I'm gonna do my best to get them out there, get them in front of people. I know a couple of people that own their own labels. Shout out to Big Pig. I love Big Pig. He got Top Shelf ENT. I know people who got their own labels. I just know I have so many different connections, so I can definitely help the artists get out there.
That's what's up. So what type of things do you do to separate your time? Like, separate from business Kandace, from mom Kandace. Like, what type of things do you do for yourself? How do you separate?
And is the boutique still included? You still do the you still do the clothes, whatnot.
You sound like you're busy.
Definitely. So what do you do for yourself? Or how do you take that time out for yourself? Because I know it's hard.
It's hard.
Like, okay.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, I honestly don't know, because even like if I say, okay, I'm gonna have a night out with my friends, I still turn it into a networking thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're always working.
Yeah, so it's like, I really don't mind.
So you don't get downtime, really.
I really don't. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I really don't, because even like I said, when I'm out, I'm still like networking.
And you know what I consider downtime, me time would be the time I do my nails or the time I do my hair, even though it's for something or I'm getting ready to do something. I guess I have to consider that, it's me time.
What about a date? I mean,
I was getting ready to say, if I have a little boo.
I mean, is there a man? Or, I mean, like, you gotta get.
For me, I ain't gonna say all that's dead. For me, it's just like, as far as relationship, I don't have time. For the relationship, I don't have time, and I feel like that's the void that I feel, for myself. Like, I don't get that lonely feeling, like, I don't have no little boo, this and that stuff. Like, I don't get that feeling because I feel that time with me doing stuff for Fupagang or doing something for myself or doing this podcast. So that lonely shit, that's out the window. Like, I don't have time. When I get to where I want to be, then I might slow down and be like, I ain't, time for me to find a little boo or something. But other than that,
Or you might have to find someone who understands, like, that you're on a mission. Yeah, to understand your lifestyle and can work with your schedule. Because a lot of times when you are busy and you have a lot of things going on, you really don't know when you might have a free time. It might just be random, like, oh, I don't have nothing to do right now, so let me find, so you just have to, as far as dating, you'll definitely have to find someone that realize your lifestyle.
Right.
But I feel like I try to make more time for my kids than anything. I don't even really mind having me time. You still got to make time for your kids and your family.
Yeah,
Anytime something like it's a family event or something with the kids, I definitely make time for that.
Definitely.
I clear out my whole schedule for that. So you just got to find ways to work around it. Like I said, sometimes I have to bring my kids with me to stuff that I have going on, which is fine. Like I said, my god sister, she used to come with me everywhere. She came out of town with me everywhere. As long as you find someone like a nanny, babysitter, or whatever, you can bring your kids, let them see what you're doing. I love a lot of times when I used to let my kids come to the pop-up shops with me. I love for them to see what I have going on.
It makes you feel good about it as a parent. It makes you feel like you're winning.
Yeah.
You're doing something that those little people are proud of. It's what you're doing. So it's everything.
When you let them know what you're doing, like my kids now, they know when they get a certain age, they're gonna start their own business.
For sure, yeah.
So they already know, like they already seeing me do so they already know they're gonna be doing some of the same stuff. So
and that it is possible.
Yeah.
That it is possible.
You're the first one to show them that. You gotta think he wasn't taught. Our generation wasn't.
Right.
You gotta think, what was you taught? You was taught to go to work and get the best check you could get for your family.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're saying, no, we gonna get our own and provide more for our family and your family, and your family, and your you know what I'm saying? So
my kids all the time, they be like, when we gonna go to another pop-up shop? When we gonna do another pop-up shop?
Want a word.
And I'll be like, soon, we're gonna do one soon.
When your kids are your biggest fans, it means everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means everything.
Or they'll watch my interviews on YouTube. We'll sit and just watch. And they be like, Mama, you on TV? They think I'm famous.
Right. Yeah.
They really think I'm famous. They be like, Mama, you famous? I be like, no, I'm not famous.
Man, when I pull up to the school with the Fupagang on the back of my car, man, all the kids be out there yelling Fupagang. I don't know if my son get embarrassed or what, if he like it. Even the little resource officer, he was like, man, I love that on the back of your car. Like, he waved to me every day, when I go pick Jay up. But it's dope. I like it. He like it.
Kids see that. You know what I'm saying? They see.
Keep,
they look at that.
Just keep the movement going.
Right.
Generational wealth is everything.
It's a positive view, something positive that they see.
I'm telling you, man, somebody's gonna like what you're doing. Somebody's
too many people out here.
Right.
Yeah,
everybody's not gonna agree with it.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Everybody don't want you to be happy.
I'm not selling to you.
Right. This ain't got nothing to do with you.
I'm selling to this market, right? This is my market.
Right.
You don't fall in that market.
I know who my audience
simple, man. It's simple.
Very simple.
It's simple.
Why overcomplicate it,
Right. And a lot of times your customers or your fans or whatever it's not even going to be the people you know anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be people that you have no idea about. So you never know who's watching you.
Never.
So they never, your immediates and the people that are close to you, they don't believe in you until
it popped.
You already gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
if everybody
and it's crazy, but motherfuckers be saying like, yeah, we with it. I believe. I don't really believe you until you gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Like now,
you wasn't jumping in the gym with me. You wasn't jumping out the porch with the kids. Come on, now, right? You was not in the gym.
Yeah, you ain't believe in me.
Never saw you practice.
You ain't believe in me. So.
Yeah.
But it be like that though. It's definitely like
that.
So what about like what the fuck?
Had a moment.
Yeah.
I see it. It was good though.
It was there.
It was something so good.
There.
I ain't gonna cap. Like whatever you was about to say was fire. Whatever he was gonna say,
I was gonna say
it was fire.
And I just went blank, bro.
I got a question for you. So who are some hot artists? Because like I feel like the Dad Group Project, I say this all the time, New York has the Breakfast Club. In Atlanta, they have their circuits of stuff.
Greenville has their group project.
We got the Dad Group Project. But no, really, this is your platform. I would like to know, honestly, like, I love to shop and listen local. It's a lot of fire shit right here. So not just here, but like, period, upstate. So who are some artists that you looking at that they got a buzz that's really moving?
Yeah.
Or you feel
So
comfortable? So can you say that? Is that like an NDR on that? Or, okay, you know.
no, yeah. So shout out to B Tom over there.
Hey.
You know what? I was talking to him like a couple of months ago. I seen that he was putting out his album. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check it out because we used to work together, so I always knew he did music. And since I got into managing artists, I've been going back, looking at people's like older music. And I was checking his music out, so that's why it's so funny that he walked in. But he's good.
He did our intro, episode 8 or 9. 8 or 9, yeah, he did the intro. I was like, that's fire.
Yeah, you know what?
It's Juice Proof TBS Studio.
And it's so crazy because I've been saying all this time that I'm looking for R&B artist. I've been saying that all this time. And when I listened to his album, I'm like, man, I like him, but I never really got back to him. But he
the fact he's in the building. Shout out, he's in the building.
You know what? That might be a sign. That might be a sign.
Can we introduce yourself? I mean, come here, bro. Hey, yeah, for sure.
That definitely might be a sign.
Let them know, man.
We definitely have been talking. We
for
have.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Tell them, like, I get out your way, bro, man. Spit. Talk to him.
What's going on? It's your boy B Tom. I do R&B hip hop. I'm from Greenwood, South Carolina. I got a new album called Built to Last. It's on all platforms.
Go
Apple
get it.
Music,
Go get it right
iTunes, Spotify, anywhere. YouTube. If you ain't trying to pay, you can go on YouTube and give me a stream. I'm just out here grinding.
Word.
I'm on the road. I'm just doing my thing. So I appreciate it though. Like she said, we've been on each other for 2016.
Great
opportunity.
Yeah,
I'll go get that, man. I appreciate
you, man, for sure, bro.
Yeah, and it's so crazy.
On all platforms right now.
And what made me really really look at him, because like I said earlier, like he has music on all platforms. He has videos. He's already put that work out here working for himself already. And that's what made me like him. Yeah,
you gotta respect the hustle.
It's his career.
You have no choice but
See,
respect
that's the thing about it, man. That's what the artists need to understand. It's your career,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to put in effort too.
Definitely,
you're the brand.
Yeah,
you are the brand.
Right, exactly. You are your own brand. Also, shout out to Shy J. That is my dog.
Oh yeah,
I believe in him so much. And I hope you watching this, and I hope you've been getting my messages. But yeah, Shy J, you remember Shy J? He was
They scream my dog guys go.
Yeah, Shy.
He been snapping though. Like he's
been for a long time, and I'm just like, you need to be bigger than what you are. Seriously.
She talking to you, bro. You better
listen.
Shy already know.
Put in that work. Let's put in that work.
Yeah, he had MB.
Definitely.
I like MB. D
Yeah.
Glory.
I like MB too. I was hurt. They took Go Talk off of Apple Music. I was hurt. They took Go Talk off of
Apple Music. Been tripping him.
MB, put it back on there.
Yeah. Gas Line. Shout out to the foe. Even though I don't be down there much no more, but shout out to the foe. It's a lot of
right in the backyard.
It's a lot of talent
in the
here.
backyard.
Definitely.
Right there.
Yeah. So everybody who's doing it, just keep doing it. You know, some people will wake up one day and be like, "Oh, I want to be an artist." That got to be in you too. You can't be playing around. People now with social media be playing around with that. It's people out here that's really have that passion.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really got that passion, keep working. Like, leave the people who playing, let them keep playing. You keep working. If you keep working, you keep putting your music on, social media or these music outlets. Somebody will notice you. Oh yeah, somebody will
over
notice
their head at all times. Like, you got to be locked in with your craft.
Yeah,
but that's the difference between an artist, I feel like, and somebody just doing it to be doing it.
Yeah,
if you locked into your craft, like, you never gonna miss. Like, no matter how tired you are, no matter how hurt you are, hungover from last night, whatever the case may be, you gonna make sure whatever you gotta show up for, you showed up.
Right.
That's the difference in an artist, and I feel like somebody just fucking off, you know, it's
Yeah.
the passion.
Because there's a lot of people like social media, you know, you can be playing around, you could just be in the studio playing around, and then you put it on social media, and this thing you know you did.
Right.
So that's why it's
Exactly
hard to
like
find good artists, good, real, genuine artists nowadays. Because some people don't even really they don't even be meaning to be.
Right.
They just
And like you
one
say, they
day.
could be playing around. It might be a
Mhm.
joke song or whatever the situation is, and then boom, here they go. They hot.
Mhm.
But you only hot because you did that one thing.
Mm-hmm. And then it be people who've been working for a long time at it and still kind of feel like they haven't went nowhere.
Mm.
Why do you feel like that happens in Greenville? Like, why do you feel like? Because I feel like Greenville's been talented, not just recently. It's been talented for a while. We've had a sound, we've had music, we've had food. But why do you think, like, right here, we haven't had that, like, that community buzz?
Consistent.
Like, they mention us like the A. They mention us like Charlotte. They mention us like Nashville.
Mhm.
When are they going? When are we going? You know what I'm saying? What do you think stops Greenville from taking that next step into just booming business? Really, commerce.
Yeah, I feel like well, I know back JJ Solomon used to do the industry
Unsigned.
nights,
Mhm.
unsigned artist nights
Unsigned
at
grind.
Epic,
Yeah.
and then he used to play their music on the radio after a certain time though, you know, and that was cool, and I feel like that lasted like that was very short lived.
It was about a year.
We need that.
That was about a year. Yeah, that's why I said it was
But
about
now
a year. At the time, I was locked up. You
Right.
feel me? Heard my partner them on the radio. You feel me? That you know what I'm saying? But
Definitely.
that's how I stay in tune.
But there's outlets. There's outlets. There's definitely
That's how I
outlets.
But
stayed in
I
touch
feel
with
like
what was
Greenville
going on in the
don't
local
have
scene.
don't have enough. You know, I feel like now I think Greenville is starting to get there with the media, with people having their own podcasts, and then you have some people having their own radio shows and stuff like that. It's getting there. So I feel like now Greenville can kind of
We're making our bones.
Yeah.
We're making our bones.
But
Yes,
before
yes.
it wasn't really, you didn't really hear too many people having podcasts and stuff
You
in
did.
Greenville.
You really did.
And Greenville need that media. Atlanta has that media.
Mhm.
New York has that
I
media.
said-
The bigger cities have that media.
And we're growing. We
Yeah.
are growing
Right.
daily.
But the Dad Group project's right here.
Definitely.
Right
Right
here.
here. Artists, they can't be scared to branch out.
That's another thing. You can't be
Sometimes
scared.
branch
You gotta
out
network.
as an
Right.
artist.
Yeah.
You got to go to different cities. You got to go to different counties. It ain't got to be in Greenville. Go
Right.
to Spartanburg. Go to Addison.
Because
Go
they're
to
right
Easley.
there, that'll bring
Just-
attention. Like, ooh, they from Greenville. Let's go see who else out there.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So that brings attention to our city. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it.
Me too.
I'm all for it. I'm all for
I'm
it.
all for making
Yeah,
this.
they can break records too. They can break that man scene. And that's another thing too. DJs are pivotal and artists or
The
breaking
spin,
in that sometimes because like you said, man, sometimes they be scared to take that chance or you know what I'm saying. But then again, you might play that in the club jump. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like and that'll break an artist. That'll you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
motherfuckers know who he is.
Right.
Because if they hear that shit in the club, they want to hear it in the car.
Man,
They wanna hear that in the house.
I know
They
a
wanna
lot
hear
of
that work.
dope
You
artists.
feel me?
Personally know that. I'm
Personally
talking about
know
them
some.
stuff because it's dope. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Nah,
Why you
so-
not out here?
Nah, so they gotta press the DJs
They
a little
do.
bit more.
Yeah.
They gotta press the DJs a little bit more, keep that shit in their face, and make them hear it. You know what I'm saying? Make them hear it. Make them listen to it.
Right.
Yeah,
But shout out to the Come Up
fuck that.
radio
I ain't
station.
going nowhere.
'Cause
Listen to it now.
the Come Up's doing that. The Come Up's reaching out to people like right here. You know. So shout out to us being the first show. on the
And
Come Up.
don't be scared
You know,
to push your shit, man.
Right.
Don't be scared to put your
Somebody
shit
likes
on
it.
social media. Push it to
Somebody
these
likes
DJs like Ross said. Somebody out there somewhere gonna like it. I'm
Period.
telling you.
And just keep doing what you're doing until you have someone like me come across you and be like, oh, okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then that's when
It all connects.
Yeah.
But don't slack up.
But
just
it
'cause
starts
ran
with
to
you.
a manager,
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
keep that
Right,
shit pushing, keep that same
right.
energy.
Right. Yeah.
and it's
So-
crazy. Like I said, it's crazy, man. The God is always working because she beats up. He here.
Yeah.
She here. They already
It all fell together like
That's
this.
crazy.
Was not planned.
That's
I'm
crazy.
telling
Just
you,
felt
man.
like that.
When it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen.
Can we get a song for the
You feel
episode? Can we get a song? Can we drop a song for the? Can we borrow a song? Copyright clearance with you? You know. yeah, let's do it.
You know, but
That
you know-
last one was fire. What's the name
but
of
you-
What's the name
but
of the
you know,
last one?
you know
What's the name
season,
of
you
the-
know season 2 on the way.
Oh yes, season two.
on
Season
the way.
2. We got something for you. I gotta. Yeah, right.
But
right.
I love artists that's different, you know, because it seems like everybody's the
Sounds
same.
fun.
Everybody want to rap. not trying to throw no shit. I love hip hop.
Right.
That's what I could play an old hip hop song and know exactly what year it came out, what I was doing when it came out. So I love hip hop, but that's what everybody is doing. So
everybody is not a rapper.
Exactly.
Right.
So when I said I wanted to, I was like, man, I want an R&B artist. So I was listening to him, and then I went on his Instagram, and then I seen he was doing church music and stuff. I was like, oh my God, he different. Like we need that.
He's a real artist. He's a real artist.
There it is.
Like he's like this is it's in him. Like you said, he was born with it. It's in him. Like from the church, like that's where soul come from. Like that's where the sound come from. The church, like man, keep going, be tough. You got
keep
him.
going.
Pushing.
Anyone who's doing
anybody watching, not watching, please keep pushing. Move forward.
Yeah, for real. Because you have the opportunity. Social media is so big now. So you have that opportunity to
that's now. Think about back in the day.
When you had to grind with no
my daddy played the bass with James Brown. He played from I want to say 92 to 94. And he didn't have no social media back then. You know what I'm saying? So my father grew up in the church. He did all his stuff through the church, and he just happened to be in the band. Well, the story was that down in Sumter at I can't remember the name of the Air Force base, but down at the Air Force base, James Brown was supposed to do a show for them, but he didn't have his bass player. So my daddy and them, they came on before James Brown did, and they heard him play, and they was like, oh my God, do you know James Brown's songs? And my daddy was like, yeah, I know all his music. So boom, jumped in, did the song with him. And this is the time James Brown I think he was going to jail or something like that. He was going to jail. They told my daddy, they said, when I get out of jail, you got a job. My daddy called them people every week to see when James got out. And boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. He did it.
Yeah, that's a song.
He did it. You can go on YouTube right now, baby, and check these facts. You can go on YouTube right now, baby, and I can point my daddy out in these videos. This shit's so hard, but rest in peace, my daddy. But
that's networking though.
It's networking though. He just happened to be in the band. He just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Like right now, like how they see what I'm saying.
Just imagine how hard it was.
Is everything.
Right. Just imagine how hard it was back then to, promote yourself and be in a band and do without social media. You know what I'm saying? So
your grind had to be official.
It had to be hard.
You had to be good.
Yeah, definitely.
That is.
You had to be.
Yeah, you had to. Your shit had to be.
I had to share a room because this man wanted a music room in the house. I had to share a room because he wanted a music room.
Yeah, with no bullshit because he was serious.
He was dead serious. He was dead serious. He grew up into all of this.
He knew in order to get to that point,
he had to work.
And then he had to invest in himself too.
Yeah, he had to be good. So shit, once he knew
what
he wanted to do, shit, he became good.
He did.
That's how he got his spot. No, she keep doing what she aiming to do. She gonna be, you know what I mean, one of the top managers. You know what I mean.
And he's on the dad.
She get into existence.
It's already out.
Yes.
And he's on the show.
Yeah. I'm definitely just trying to see where it would take me, what doors it will open for me. Just like how, like I said earlier, I started my business hosting, and now I'm doing this. So this could probably lead me to, something else. You never know.
So do you still have a operating boutique right now?
So
for the ladies that want to know.
I definitely. I think a lot of viewers probably already know and probably already purchased with me, but right now I stopped it. I stopped my eye candy and fashion beauty business because I wanted to learn business credit.
Right.
I was telling Kayla earlier because a lot of people, they have problems with trying to fund their business out of pocket. And so I came across business credit probably like last year, the end of last year. Because all last year I was doing pop-up shops. I was just doing all types of stuff last year with my business. But money was starting to get a little low, when the holidays come around, you be like, okay, well, I got to stop for a while.
Right.
So I came across business credit and started learning more about business credit. It's just like your personal credit, except for it's your business EIN number. You can, just like how you can walk in with your social and get a business loan. I mean, not a business loan, I'm sorry, a personal loan. You can take your business EIN number and get a business loan and fund your business from that. So when I, found that out, I was like, well, let me learn more about that So I won't have to worry about funding my business out of my own pocket. I can, use my business credit. So I stopped my eye candy business for a while so I can learn more business credit. But I am going to be relaunching soon. So that is coming up. But yeah, I started, learning more about business credit. You can get business credit cards in your business name. Like y'all could take the Dad Group project, register it. As a y'all can definitely register y'all business as a LLC. Mm-hmm. Register it as a LLC because there's more than one of y'all. I was just telling Kayla, a lot of people, I feel like a lot of business owners, as soon as they start their business, they want to hurry up and put LLC on the end just because they see other people doing it or just because it look good. Mm-hmm. I feel like when you're a small business and it's just you starting out, I wouldn't rush to, put an LLC on the end. I would do it like a sole proprietor or something like that. Only because when you have an LLC, you have to pay every year for the LLC. You have to report like how much your employees are getting paid and all that with the LLC. And a lot of times when you're first starting out, it's only you, Right. Exactly. Doing business as. You can do a doing business as, sole proprietor, all of that. Right. So he knows. So when you starting out small, I wouldn't jump straight to an LLC. No. Whenever you're ready, then you can do, LLC. But like y'all could take the Dad Group project, register as an LLC, get your EIN number. EIN number is free. Mm-hmm. You can get that anytime. You also will have to get a DNB number, a Duns and Bradstreet, because that's one of the with your EIN number, just like how with your social. We report to TransUnion and Equifax and Experian. With your business credit for your EIN number, it reports to Equifax Small Business, Experian Small Business, and Dun and Bradstreet. So you will also have to get a DMB number. That's free too. And you just start building your credit with your EIN number and your DMB number. You can get, first you will have to get what they call like Granger, Granger up the street. You can purchase things from Granger off the Granger website with your EIN number. Make payments on it, just like how you would do exactly like a rent-a-center account. Right. So you can build your business credit, and then once you start building it, you can apply for business cards. You can
free game, man. Free game.
This is what I was talking about earlier. I'm down for free game.
I love it.
Baby, it take a lot of research and a lot of studying. I'm grateful for Kandace for being here. Yeah, because I'm learning a lot. I'm definitely learning a lot.
Yeah, you can get business
right, like definitely, because it's a lot of stuff that I didn't know. I was one of those people that thought, let me hurry to get an LLC. I knew I had to pay on it yearly, but I didn't know it was, you had to have employees and all that other stuff. So I'm definitely going to be interested in all of this.
At least 3 or more employees.
And it wasn't going to be no employee.
Myself and
Right. But when you do it as a doing business as, like he said, or sole proprietor, you don't need employees. Right. You run that whole thing by yourself. So you don't have to report that every year because you are doing it on your own. So once you build that business credit, you can get business credit cards. You can even take the EIN number, rent a suite for your boutique, or if you do hair or something, you can rent one of those with the EIN number. Get a business card, which it's just like a social. I tell people all the time, just imagine having good personal credit and good business credit. You know what I'm saying?
But it was most definitely a blessing to have you to stop by. We appreciate you. Most definitely.
Shout out to the finale. Let me say, man, shout out to the team, man. I'm like, you can have a moment. I know this is your episode.
Go ahead.
I just want to say, man, like, this team that I've been on this journey with has been everything. I'm talking about from Kayla to Rod to Juice to BT to just everything. These people really, really uplifted me like family. And they I brought them a raw ass idea, bro. I want to do a podcast because I'm pissed off about child support. I believe what I told Ra. He was like, nah, we didn't do that. Come back again. Brought it back to him, and it's like, having people around you to support you is everything. We just did a season. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you your flowers now. Shout out to the Dad Group Project. Real talent, real talk for real folks. And just to be a part of something with these individuals, man. Season 2 is going to be, man, we about to shake y'all up, boy. We about to really like take it there. So, like I said, thank you, Kandace, for being on the show.
Appreciate
you dropped
Thank
jewels. You
y'all
gave
for
the
having
game.
me.
Free game.
Y'all need a manager. That's the one. I'm thinking, look, the Dad Group Project. You ever did a podcast? Like, we really free game.
Free game. When I
For
say
now.
free, I mean free.
For now.
She put it down, so you know.
We appreciate
tap
you, man.
in.
Thank
Tap
you.
in.
Yeah, thank you.
And like I said, man, y'all move safe, man. This is the finale Dad Group Project, man. We'll see you season 2, first class. Let's go.
Hey.
Juice, we can do 4.